That's obviously a reason that this regime is right now capturing a lot of women's body, girls' body, and haven't let them out.
And well, I heard one theory that said that they were doing that on purpose because in the event of a military strike or an airstrike or something like that, they were planning on possibly showing their bodies afterwards and then blaming it on the airstrike and saying that they were killing women and children, civilians, and that's what it was about.
There's no other explanation for this act. It's the only reason this regime would do that.
So you firmly believe that as well.
Yes.
So um in the event, and or I will say when, because I am under the firm belief absolutely that the Ayatollah is going to be overthrown. And when that happens and they bring the Shah back, because I've heard, okay, I haven't heard any dissent, any real dissent from anybody that would want anybody except the Shah. I mean, you hear a couple pockets like some random person here, random person there that says somebody else, but as a majority, it seems to be like the only voice that I overwhelmingly hear is the Shah. Now, I also know that there's this group of people that's trying to push, what is it, the MEK or something like that. They want them to take it over.
I couldn't listen your last part of question. Can you ask it again? A group
I've
of
heard
ME what?
the MEK.
Haven't heard about them.
Yeah, they're well, they were a part of, they were one of the groups that that helped to overthrow the Shah. And they used to work with Saddam Hussein and yeah, Iranian, the Islamic regime as well. So I don't know. I mean, it's propaganda. It's just that it's another small group of people. They're pro-communist and pro-Islamic at the same time, and their logo is literally like a communist scythe next to like an Islamic moon or something like that. So it's really just propaganda. But I was really surprised that there were people that were actually trying to push that, even Western people that were saying that they would be a good alternative. That doesn't make any sense to me. But when the Shah returns, do you see the people trying to do a full monarchy, or do you think it'll be more like do they want like a democratic regime and have a monarchy on the side just for authoritative purposes, or how do you think that would look?
Uh, Personally, I would like a secular uh, democratic. I don't know what you say that. I personally like some as a secular democratic, and I'm not a heresy. I'm against a heresy um, power, a heresy regime. Uh, but uh, for now, we need Reza Pahlavi to uh, come to Iran and do his job. Uh, about after that, I don't have any idea because uh, this population that you are seeing right now, these people that are shouting Javicha, these people that are shouting Free Iran, have a lot of other options in their minds. They are not all the same. The only thing that we are focusing on right now is this regime that has to be gone, and after that we can vote for whatever we want. And personally, I don't think it would be a heresy power again as heresy regime in Iran, but that's what we need right now, and we need this regime to be gone.
Yeah. This is the first time I would say that it's really realistic that there's an opportunity to destroy the Ayatollah. To me, it doesn't make any sense at all for anybody outside of the country to not want to get rid of the Ayatollah. It doesn't make any sense because they're the number one sponsor of terrorism in the entire world. They constantly violate human and civil rights. They bring destability. They're a nuclear threat. They attack. They help fund wars against Israel, Europe, America, the whole world, really. I don't, it just doesn't make any sense why somebody wouldn't want to get rid of them from my perspective, unless they were a pro-Islamic regime as well. Do you think that about, what do you think about like the surrounding Arabic nations like Saudi Arabia or countries like that? Do you think that they're in favor of the Islamic regime?
I think they're 100% in favor of this Islamic regime because just look at it. Ayatollah Araqchi, like I think you know Araqchi. He is the foreign minister of Iran right now, and he's literally from Iraq. His last name, his surname is Araqchi. It's obviously not Iranian, and obviously the uh, near countries, the Arabian countries, don't want this regime to be gone. They are getting uh, funds from it. They are getting support from this regime. Why would they want this regime to be gone?
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's really true as well. And I agree with that. And but I know a lot of people try to say, well, they're not as radical as that regime, or they're moderates. So they would have no problem getting rid of it. But that's not what I see. I see that maybe to me it feels like they're comfortable hiding behind that idea that regime is the really bad one, and as long as they benefit from it, but they don't have to take the heat for being as bold as they are.
Uh, as a foreigner that you are, or a lot of people are listening to your show, just think about you are about to come to Middle East. There are some options: Arabistan, Emirates, Dubai, and Iran. You would obviously choose like Dubai, like Arabistan. You won't choose Iran because it's dangerous in here, and that's one point of the view that they don't want to lose their secured spot in the region. And the other one, in my opinion, the other one is oil. Uh, a lot of people in Middle East, I don't have the exact number of oils that are being sold, but there are countries that want to sell their oil with a higher price, and they don't want Islamic regime to be changed to be uh, something like a democrat country and sell its oil more expensive than those, because we are selling more oil than those countries, and they don't want this regime to be changed because they are uh, they are getting profit from it. Uh, I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah. That makes a lot of
Uh,
sense, really.
uh, they have a secure place in this region and they don't want to lose it.
Yeah, they don't want to upset the status quo, because obviously Saudi Arabia and Dubai and places like that are, and Qatar, they're doing a lot better on the surface financially than a lot of other countries are. So, and you mentioned the oil. Do you feel like, I know that the Ayatollah supplies a lot of oil to China, specifically. Are you aware of that?
Uh, you may be surprised, but I wasn't aware of that till recently. And I wasn't aware of that they're selling it cheap to China. I didn't know that till recently.
Yeah,
They don't say this out loud, you know? They are very secretive.
obviously they don't want anybody to know what they're doing. And that's really strange to me as well. That makes me wonder if the Chinese regime is also behind trying to keep the Ayatollah in power as well.
Obviously they want to keep Ayatollah in power, and obviously they would support directly directly or indirectly they would support Ayatollah. He's profiting Chinese.
It almost feels like the Chinese are kind of taking advantage of that as well, though, because the fact that they sell it so cheap, there's no reason for them to do that. It's almost like, I don't know, maybe if they're strong arming the Ayatollah and trying to force them to sell it cheap, or if it's more of like an exchange of like security or protection or something like that.
Uh, there has been a lot of deals between Iran, China, and Russia, and almost all Iranians know that Ayatollah is literally a slave to China and Russia, and there is no doubt about it. Uh, they just sell whatever they want to China and Russia, and China and Russia are getting profits. Obviously, they would support Ayatollah.
Yeah, it's interesting that you would say the word slave because that's how I see it as well too. That's how a lot of um, Westerners view it as well too. It feels like the Ayatollah is a slave to China and Russia.
That's how most of Iranians see this situation.
Yeah, and yeah, and almost like they're a pawn in Russia and China's political games to try and dominate world affairs. So, do you feel like when the Ayatollah falls and the Shah returns, he would not be super friendly with Russia and China?
Uh, I don't know about that, but I'm sure it would be better for us Iranians. I know at least he would come to Iran, he would let us vote for whatever we want.